All right, y'all. All right. We are live on this beautiful Monday morning. God bless everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. I hope you all had a great weekend. Hope you all had a great week. I had a crazy week last week, man. And I'm just so thankful to the Lord for my health and my ability to do this live stream. Seriously. Man, I am just full of gratitude this morning. So much to be thankful for, guys. We take so much for granted. We take so much for granted. All right, let's dive into the Bitcoin price action. As usual, if you have a question during the live stream, please ask it in the questions during live stream channel in the Discord. Now, man, Bitcoin did not respect my trading idea here. It did a little bit, right? It started, we got the move down, we got the move up. But then, whoo, man, a big old move down on that one. Okay, so we're going to come fresh here and just analyze this stuff afresh. All right, we're going to analyze this stuff afresh right now. Okay, we're going to start on our weekly time frame. And yeah, we're just going to take a look at what's going on. Let's even get rid of these fixed range volume profiles here. What's this one? Oh, tiny. All right, yeah, we'll take these off for now. All right, yeah, let's start on our weekly here. So, do we have any new weekly levels? No, we don't have any new weekly levels. Let's see if we have any new naked weekly points of control. Nope. Actually, yeah, we do. We have a naked point of control down here at 109,342. We're going to pop it on the chart. Cool. Cool. And then we will go to our daily time frame. We do have a fresh daily right here. This daily obviously is hit, hit, hit. Let's put on our PVP. All right, so we do have some new naked daily points of control here. All right, cool. Now, let's compare that with our weeklies. Obviously, we have some pretty big support at 109,350, point of control of this nothing range here. And then, of course, we have 108,216, which is very important as well. All right, let's go down to our TPO now. Okay. So we have single prints out the wazoo. All right, all right, all right. Let's now do that volume stuff we were talking about before. Okay, okay, okay. All right, let's pull a fib from the low to the high. Mm. This is going to be really important support. This is going to be important support at 1082 to 1086. All right, I'm curious here. Like, where did we bounce from? Because we got a big dump. Did we bounce from a key fib level? Wonder if we bounced from our 886. No. That's crazy. I guess if we pull it from that second impulse we did, if we pull it from the low right here that we made on the 1st and not on the 31st, if we pull it from the month low. No, it's, yeah, okay, so interesting. We didn't really bounce from a fib level. Okay. Cool. Let's go ahead and pull some more fibs here. All right, so we're gonna look at Mark Cipher and stuff. I'm just marking my key levels because I haven't been really at the charts in a while here. All right, so hmm. If the low is in, we could see a move back to the top of the range if we get a reclaim of value area low here. You know? So, and honestly, like the 4-hour low there does look very nice. The daily looks nice. We have a hidden bullish divergence followed by a trigger wave. 12-hour has a hidden bullish divergence here. The 1 hour looks nice. I mean, looks like a nice low. However, we are forming hidden bearish divergences on like our 4-hour, right? You could see we're printing momentum wave that's higher than the previous momentum waves as money flow gets lower. So here's what that means. This is going to be key resistance right here. The value area low, that anchored VWAP, the single prints, the daily. All right, this is the doorway to higher prices. And if we're going to come above the anchored VWAP again, I would expect that we come back to value area high around 120. But, you know, the reality is all these levels here that we have on the chart, they're all levels that you could be looking for, you know? But keeping it as simple as possible, we come above this zone here, we're back inside the range. Probabilities are highest that we make it to the top of the range. $24-minute looks bullish. Right. Okay, so then I guess my plan for the day would have to obviously be a long from the Golden Pocket single print 786, taking it up to a new high, right? At least this, but potentially up to, you know, the Golden Pocket at 115 to the single print at 115. Oh, one more thing. Let's take a look and see if we have any the CME gap. No, no, we have no. Yeah, sorry, we do. We do have a CME gap. Yeah, right in that zone. All right, right in that zone. Put that on the chart too. I thought I had a preset for that CME gap. Now, to be honest with you, what would be nice as well is taking the low and coming down into the 886 that we never hit, right? So, it's a good risk to reward. All right, you have to see a bounce before taking this trade, because you know we could come much lower here. I would need to see the bounce with the divergences. And then look, if we're gonna lose that, then I'm still eyeing the daily here. I don't know if I still have that on my chart as a potential long here. That short is still open. Yeah, this is still it here. Uh-oh, what did I do? Still the same confirmations, honestly. We want to see it on all those time frames. Okay, so for shorts, I'm gonna start with the swingiest one. Which is basically going to be from the top of the range. All right, so that is going to be short number one. It's more of a swing short. Then we have to assess, where are we going to be looking for now more local shorts. So the idea with this here is that we actually do pump up above the value area low of the range and the anchored VWAP just to kind of like fake people out and then reject from the golden pocket and the support resistance flip at 114-ish. Yeah, we'd want people like convinced that this is breaking out. And right now it looks like it will with this money flow and stuff. And then yeah, we reject from the golden pocket and the filling of those single prints. This one, money flow, is going to be real important here, because right now, like what we definitely want to see is like the money flow getting lower on our 24-minute as we make a high here. So let's say we fumble around a little bit. The money flow starts to go like this, so we could draw a line like that. And the momentum waves are going like this, so we can draw a line like that. That's going to be... You don't want to be shorting a pump when we reclaim the value area low of the macro range unless you see some bullish... some bearish signs there. Now, of course, could we get a swing failure pattern of this? Yeah, that's how literally what's been happening all the time. You know, look, we formed a low range, swing failure pattern to the low, and right now, technically speaking, getting a swing failure pattern to the high. Could you scalp the anchor VWAP? Of course. You know, I would say that the better setup is this. All right, this is the better setup that I prefer to wait for. Yeah, I mean, so the thing is, obviously, we have a lot of levels here that we could look for. I would say the best setups are simply coming up to around 114.5-ish golden pocket, single print value area, high support resistance flip. Maybe look for a swing failure pattern, CDW around 118. But I would say if we're coming back and holding above this, right? Let's say we do get a little rejection from 115 and we get the back test, then I would be looking for 120. And that actually gives me the next long idea, which would be this. You know, basically a move above and a back test. All right, let me go ahead and make a copy of this. I mean, we're coming right up to the anchored VWAP here. So just be aware, like, I would rather wait for a better level. But this could be a Let's actually take a look at our low time frames here. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely scalpable. Um, we've got some 12-minute divs here. Let's check out our 5-second, you know. You know, I might go for it if the 5-second gives a signal. Which it is not right now. But, another way you could go for it is, like, if we lose anchor VWAP, that could be your signal to get in. Let's see if we can't push up a little bit higher to get to our actual short level. Which is taking the high. Oh, wow, it's pretty... Oh, wait. Hang on. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, so here's the deal. I'd say there's a valid short if we lose the anchored VWAP. All right? That's a valid short, honestly. And then we could target down toward the CME gap. All right? It's going to be around here. All right? It would even be a good TP1 at POC, right? Even this is like a good scalp trade right now. So, based on the 12-minute divs, you know, we lose anchored VWAP. This is something, you know, that I'd say is acceptable. Of course, the higher we go, the smaller position size you need to use. But I would definitely be more interested in coming up to this level. Let me go ahead and share the chart, and we'll take some questions. Oh wow, we just hit a daily. Even that daily is a nice level too. All right, I'm going to share this chart. I'm not taking any trades, just so everybody knows. I don't have any exchanges logged in right now. I'm not taking any trades right now. All right, now let's pop into the Discord and see if there's any questions. Now, as usual, guys, ask the questions in the Discord. And not in the YouTube. All right, shout out to everybody up in here. God bless you guys. Shout out to Neighbor. Shout out to TMD. Did I have a health issue? I had a health issue, yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Mark 3. Shout out to Red Elephant. Shout out to JW. Shout out to Peter Thor. Shout out to Awesome Sauce. He says there's a good size CME cap right below, which corresponds with the NPSC. Yeah, for sure, man. Shout out to Abir. He says, currently we're at the local 786. Shout out to It's Your Dad. And shout out to Crypto Scarface. Only possible short CDW 113922. Yeah, that's kind of mine too, man. That's mine as well. So, yep, that's what I'll be looking for next. And, definitely could make for a good scalp the way we're getting this pump up. Alright, guys. So, the code for the eggs today is this. Boom. Pencil sharpener. Pencil sharpener is the eggs code, y'all. Alright. Shout out to Infinity X. White Phoenix, I forget if I made that or not. I've made so many AIs of Boyan, being an old jacked Asian man drinking coffee, eating pizza. But I know other people have too, so I forget. I forget if I made that one or not. Looks like one I would make, just based on the Mac preview draw options that I see there. Shout out to Trin-Ict. Shout out to I Changed My Name. Shout out to White Phoenix. Shout out to Rodella. Shout out to Tao. What's going on, y'all? Am I in a long still? I am in a small long. You're having FOMO Ultra Pro Max? Don't get FOMO. There's really no reason to FOMO. There's always going to be another trade. Shout out to White Phoenix, by the way. Well, that daily is giving us a little bit of a reaction on the 1 minute here. Let's see what happens. Money flow looks good on it for more upside, but we do have divs all across the board. So a loss of the anchored VWAP, that is means we're probably going to see some downside here. Hold above anchored VWAP, and let's see if we can't get to our actual level. Shout out to Kazoo. God bless you. What's more likely to reach alt season? Or is it just a dream of the past? I don't know. We just got to be patient. I changed my name. I mean, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. We just got to wait. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. You know? Alt season's always out there. Somewhere. So. But alright. If we don't have any Bitcoin questions, I'm going to head out, y'all. And if I do take a trade, I'll let you guys know. God bless you guys. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.